In this video, I want to share with you the one thing that will probably help you drive a lot more word of mouth for your video business series. What's going on, everybody? My name is Karim Mustafa. I'm co-founder and CEO of Tribe Tactics, and in this series of videos, I basically want to give you everything that you need to be able to plan and grow your very own original series for your business. And today we're going to be talking about the one thing that will probably make a huge difference in helping you drive a lot more word of mouth when it comes to promoting your individual episodes and just your overall show series for your business in general. And that word is juxtaposing, right? Juxtaposition. So the definition of juxtaposing, at least according to our understanding of it, is basically taking two different things, putting them together in a way that would give off a contrasting effect. So two polar opposite things, or two things that are clearly different from each other that create that juxtaposition effect. And once you do that, now this is not necessarily a formula for word of mouth, but it is something that we've seen um, that tends to actually create a lot more word of mouth than not using it in specific video episodes and video shows overall. So to give you some examples of what juxtaposition looks like for your show so that you can consider doing that, the first one is taking something that's very complex and making it very, very simple. So for example, taking a very complex concept, a very complex, inside term in an industry, basically taking something that everyone understands is pretty complex and has a lot of moving pieces, and using your creativity and your team's creativity to figure out a way to explain these things and to discuss these things in very simple terms. This actually shows understanding. If you're able to take something very complex and explain it simply and beautifully, this actually shows understanding, and it shows that you guys really understand what you do. So taking something complex, making it super simple is the first one. Another lever that you can try out as far as juxtaposition goes is actually taking something that is simple and making it more complex, making it more sophisticated. And again, this actually shows passion, because it shows that if you that even though something may be seen as simple for others, you guys think about it in a lot more detail. You obsess over it. You are definitely passionate about it, and you're definitely experts at that in that regard. So again, think of any of your favorite documentaries where they would take something like, let's say, I'm just thinking out loud here, but let's say sushi, for example, right? Making sushi, it might be seen as something that is straightforward enough, and most of us know that there's so many different steps that go into it. But when you actually look at the documentaries, you can see like all the passion and the obsession that goes into making that, into the process of making the rice, and in the process of actually carving out the fish, so on and so forth. Like, I don't know anything about sushi, by the way, but I know for a fact that like all these documentaries, they just we can't help but get attracted to it, because they're taking something that we may not think like much of, and then you see all the level of detail and care and attention that goes into it. So again, definitely taking something simple and making it more complex definitely can have appeal. And of course, like, your own context better, so you'll be able to put that into more context, hopefully. The next thing is to actually take something serious, a serious topic, a very formal topic, very dry topic, and actually making it funny. This especially works when you are focusing on something that's a bit of an inside joke in an industry, or if you can position it as an inside joke, because this way you're making sure to still be respectful of the subject matter at hand. So again, definitely take this one with a pinch of salt. But if you are able to find a cool and creative way to take something that's pretty serious, but actually talk about it in a very laid back, very funny and chilled out way, in a way that people will understand, people in the industry would understand, under the lens of like an inside joke, this could definitely have a lot of appeal as well. All right, and then moving on from there, you can actually use your set design. So wherever you're filming, whether that's at home or in your office or a different location, you can actually use your set basically to make something a bit more interesting as well. Again, you can juxtapose the set, or maybe what you guys are wearing, what you guys are drinking, what you guys are doing, with the actual subject matter at hand. One of my favorite shows around that do this concept is Hot Ones by First We Feast. And if you haven't heard of the show, definitely check it out. It's an incredible show where they basically do an interview series with celebrities as they eat increasingly spicy chicken wings against like more spicy questions, essentially, as they go along. And that's a great, way to spice up, no pun intended, a specific interview show because of the set and the place that they are at. So there you guys have it. To summarize, juxtaposition is something that you could definitely consider to make your shows a bit more word of mouth worthy. And in terms of juxtaposition, there's so many different ways to put two different things to achieve that sort of contrasting effect that makes something inherently more interesting. And some examples of those, as we discussed, would be taking something complex and making it a bit more simple, or a lot more simple, taking something that's very simple and making it a lot more complex or sophisticated, and also taking something serious and just making it funny under the lens of like an inside joke, as well as making sure that you consider your set design as well and see if there's something there that could really help you to stand out from a juxtaposition perspective. So hopefully that was helpful. Let us know what you thought in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.